Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video today, I'm going to be covering in depth the deck of the Lich King and the Icecrown Citadel Raid Deck for the WOW TCG. In my other video, you should check out my other video. I'll post a link in the description. I just did a quick first impressions of the other three decks that come with the Raid Deck box set. Jaina, Tyrion, and Sylvanas. So I just quickly went through those. I'm gonna do more in-depth videos like this one for those three decks as well at a later date. Probably not too. Probably a little bit later today. I'll probably do this. Um, so, but I'm gonna go through this guy because this is the deck that I've heard is super fun. This deck I've heard is really hard to get through. To kill this guy off is ridiculously hard. So we're gonna take a quick look here at the Lich King. We're gonna analyze every aspect of this deck, and we're gonna show you how to get through this guy. So first of all, the Lich King, the big hero card. He's got 60 health, no real base attack. So he has an ability on this side. When he's flipped on this side, at the start of your turn, if you control 2 or more resources, you may search your deck for a card named Frostmourne or Helm of Domination, and put it into play for free. Pretty good. Just lets you get out your if you're the raid master, you're basically just using this ability to get out your weapons and your armor just to save yourself some time and to buy yourself some time to attack and just to stall to get to turn 10. So obviously, look, it says on your turn, pay 10 and flip the Lich King. So we flipped the Lich King over, turn 10. Nice, awesome, full art right there. 60 health, and what he does is Fury of Frostmourne. At the start of your turn, Lich King does 300,000 unpreventable shadow damage to each opposing hero. This is wiping your raid. This is like Remorseless Winter, just done. It's over. If you get caught in that, it's like from Halls of Reflection when you're just running away from him and he just Remorseless Winters all over you. This is why this deck is ridiculous. This is why this raid is so hard. Because it's basically a race against time to get him down to us, is to kill him off. So the Lich King, one baller. He's a bamf. So look at that. Done with that card. We're gonna crack open the actual deck and see what we have here in the deck to help the raid master out with keeping the Lich King alive. So the first two cards we have are Frostmourne and Helm of Domination. Now, Helm of Domination has a ability Leader of the Scourge, and once per turn you pay 1. Target ally has Ferocity this turn, so it can just swing big all day. Next, and then it has Death Rattle. Put this armor into its owner's hand. So basically it's just whenever it enters the graveyard. When this enters your graveyard from anywhere, you put it in your hand. So you just cycle through all of these. Same thing with this one, with the Frostmourne, Frostmourne. And Frostmourne has an ability, Harvest Soul, very similar to the actual game. When the Lich King deals fatal damage to an opposing ally with Frostmourne, add a +1 counter to it, and the Lich King deals 2 frost damage to each opposing hero. So basically, killing off allies lets you gain more power for this card, which is ridiculously good. Because you're gonna be killing off allies like crazy. Because it's a 1-drop, 0 to play, and a 4. So if you just happen to draw it, then you're lucky. But you're gonna get it out turn 1 or turn 2. You're gonna at least at bare minimum. So I'd say these are ridiculously good, strong cards. I mean, no wonder there's only one of each one in the deck. Okay, so next, so it seems it is true. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, Well, that's fun. Oh, wow. Okay, this is really freaking cool. I'm gonna go through all of these. Oh, and he comes with, okay, that's cool. Okay, I actually haven't looked through this deck, so this is a really cool experience for me. Alright, first of all, you have Lord Marrowgar. He's an ally, Scourge ally. Uh, these are basically what the other raid decks used to do is that they would have each boss in the raid be be a big hero card like this. Obviously, considering that this raid is really, really long and really, really hard, um, they they just took the Lich King, they took the whole actual raid and threw it into the deck. So here, hang on one second. I'm gonna take a drink. I got a 2 liter of Coke here. So they took the bosses and put them into card form for the deck. So what is also kind of good about this is that it's totally random. When you play, when you're playing as the raiding players, not the raid master, but the raiding players, you never know which cards are going to drop. So you could go through your entire deck, um, and only see, or you could kill off the Lich King and only see 3 bosses out of 12, or 11, I should say. Or actually, no, 3 out of 10. It would be out of 10 because they don't include the gunship battle in here, obviously, and they don't, and then the Lich King himself, and they take those two out, so it's 10. But you may not see any of the bosses. You never know. So Marrowgar's got Bone Storm. When Lord Marrowgar is destroyed, he deals 1 melee damage to each opposing hero for each ally in its controller's graveyard. So whenever he kills off guys, or whenever dudes are killed off, or that's really bad for the raiding players. So essentially, what he does when he dies, he'll do a damage to each hero for each ally in his controller's graveyard. So just does more damage whenever he dies. So last ditch effort to kill off. All right, next we have Lady Death Whisper, the pain in the neck boss. Frostbolt Volley. When Lady Death Whisper enters play, she deals 2 frost damage to each opposing hero and ally. That's pretty good. That's just a straight up blowout move. 4 to play, 6 health, 3 frost damage. Not too bad. Next we have Deathbringer Sourfang. 5 to play. He has Protector and Blood Power. Deathbringer Sourfang has +1 attack for each damage on him. So it's basically Berserker. 16 health, so he's pretty strong. He's only 4, so he can get up to a maximum of 19 when he has 1 health left. Next we have Rotface. 4 drop, 10 health, 5 attack. Has Protector. Slime Spray at the start of each opponent's turn. Rotface deals 1 nature damage to each hero and ally that player controls. So he basically just gets to spray everybody for damage. Very similar to the actual raid. And then we have his brother, the easier version, Festergut, just the race. Vile Gas, when he enters play, he does 5 shadow damage to each opposing hero. That's pretty good. So basically, these decks are just meant to like burn your opponents out or stall them out long enough so the Lich King can get up to 10. Next, Professor Putricide. He's got 15 health, 10 attack, which is ridiculous, and 6 to play. So his ability, he has a Protector. It seems like a lot of these have Protector, just to prevent the Lich King from taking damage. Has Protector. Unstable Experiment. At the end of your turn, roll a die. When you roll a die this way, Professor Putricide deals that much nature damage to target hero or ally. I'm just gonna assume it's a 6-sided die because that'd just be kind of ridiculous if it was 20-sided or something. Um, so yeah, just basically burn out, more burn. Next, I'm gonna do these next three along all together. The three blood princes. They each have five. They each have five attack of different attributes and 5 health. So we're gonna we're gonna go through these guys. Scourge allies. So blood prince. Teldarem. He negates. Okay, so when he enters into play, you search your hand or deck for the other 2 princes, and you put them into play. And then he doesn't allow, or he says his abilities opposing allies lose and cannot have powers, so just kills off their abilities. This guy has the same thing as the first one, except actually I think they're all the same. They're basically just all the same. Next, I know we're running short on time, so I'm probably gonna split this video up into 2. Next, Blood Queen Lanethel, Vampiric Bite. When Blood Queen Lanethel enters play, each opponent chooses an ally he or she controls, and I gain control of those. So I get a ton of allies. It's pretty cool. Next, Valithria Dreamwalker. When it enters play with 3 damage on it, Emerald Vigor. At the start of your turn, draw a card if Dreamwalker is damaged, and then Dreamwalker cannot attack or be attacked. So you basically so he basically just kind of sits there until he dies, or not until he dies, until he gets healed back up to full. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep drawing cards. You don't want that. Next, we have Sandragosa. Icy Grip. If an opposing hero or ally attacks, it must attack Sandragosa if able. His protector has 20 health and does 10 damage. It's so crazy. It's really strong. Next thing we have in here are stuff for the actual Lich King mechanic, or for the fight. Drudge Ghouls, and Shambling Horrors. The Valkyria. Oh, the Valkyr he summons down in the fight. 3 of those. We have Vile Spirits. Defiles. Infest. Yeah, Infest. How many of these cards? 3. 3 of those. Come on, there we go. 3 of these guys. Necrotic Plague. So basically all of these are from stuff from the actual fight. Pain and Suffering. I don't remember this mechanic, but it probably is there. Probably where he basically just does stuff to you, attacks you. Quake, I don't remember specifically this one, but exhausts all opposing cards. That's just kind of ridiculous. And it's an instant speed. That's just broke. Raging Spirit. How many of these guys? 2 of these guys. Remorseless Winter. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Remorseless Winter. Soul Reaper. And then we have quests for the Lich King, actually, too. That's pretty cool. We have Ashes to Ashes, so 3 of these guys. Fallen Champions. Justice of the Grave. 4 of those. Apparently these are really good. The One True King. And Servants of the Undead. So these this is pretty crazy, guys. I'll do a specific video. I'm running out of time, so I'll do a specific video for the abilities. So check that out, and the quest. So thanks for watching, guys.